With this video, I'm going to highlight a couple of features that have been added recently or some time ago within PowerPoint. And starting at number 9. And starting with number 1, adding the ability to use Hex Colors. This is a game changer because currently we can choose a hex color, for example, from another website, copy this hex color, go back into PowerPoint, select an item, and if we recolor this item or do something with it, shape fill, more fill colors, we finally have the hex code available.
Nice.
I can just paste this hex code, press OK, and the color will be put here. Coming in at number 2, stock footage. This is a feature that has been rolled out gradually over the years since PowerPoint 2019, and at first we had only icons and some images, but currently we have a pretty significant stock library we can use straight inside of PowerPoint. It isn't the biggest library, I hope it will grow, but we have even some illustrations and videos that we can use within our presentation. There is not much items here, but I hope this library will be expanded. We can, for example, use multiple items, we can insert them into a slide, and we can basically start creating with them. For example, this Cyclops lady. Feature number 3 would be, in my opinion, copying over items with same distances. If you insert an item into PowerPoint and you press Ctrl D to duplicate it, while it is selected, if you position this item, for example here, while it is still selected, the next Ctrl D will copy it over to the same spacing. Bear in mind that if you insert something and you Ctrl D and you click away, this spacing will no longer work. It will go back to the default PowerPoint spacing. But if you have an item, you press Ctrl D. As you can see now, I had it still selected. I have it selected, and the next Ctrl D will put it in the next place. Why is this so useful? Because previously we had to position everything by hand, but currently, if you want, for example, 5 circles or 4 circles in equal spaces between them, you just do the first spacing, you multiply them, you can Ctrl G to group. I'm always going to shape format, align, and I'm aligning this center. Boom, beautiful. I have the circles perfectly and equally in the middle of the slide. Feature number 4, in my opinion, is the exclamation marks for Morph. This is a bit more advanced. By the way, if you don't know what Morph is, I have online PowerPoint courses you can take with me. You have links in the description below. You can take a look. But essentially, Morph morphs items from one slide to another. Here, for example, if I go to transitions and I press Morph, the triangle will morph into the smaller triangle and the circle into this squashed down circle. But what if I want to do it the opposite way around? There is a workaround for that. You need to go to Home, select, and open up the selection pane. We have oval and this triangle. So I'm selecting the oval, I'm giving 2 exclamation marks, and I'll select item. I'll call it oval. Okay, oval was perfectly fine. And this one, I'll go 2 exclamation marks and triangle. I'll copy over the same name to the second slide, but I want to put the triangle name on this object because I want the triangle to morph into this object and I want the oval to morph into this triangle. I hope this makes somewhat sense. Okay, I've renamed it and watch what happens. If I go to transitions, I select Morph. See what happened? Now the triangle morphs into the circle and the other way around as well. This is a bit more advanced. If you don't understand Morph, don't worry about it. Just be amazed as I am that this exclamation mark feature tells PowerPoint what object should morph into what other object.
Wow!
Now the last feature, I've recorded already a video. Number 5, in my opinion, is locking down layers. I know this feature isn't fully rolled out yet. I have Microsoft 365 subscription and I'm opted into the Insider program that gives me earlier access to some features, but you can do this too or just wait for this feature. Sooner or later it will be available. I can take now layers, I can open the selection pane and I can lock those layers. Not only hide them as we always did, I can lock layers. Now a locked layer can be clicked but cannot be moved. For groups, you can unlock individual elements if you want to move just one element from the group. For example, this is not movable, this is not movable, but this will be movable. You can see some kind of glitch happens on this slide because other objects become invisible while I move it. I think this shouldn't work that way. Basically, this must be a programming error. This would be my number 5 new feature that has been added in the recent years to PowerPoint that I think is very important. I hope we can come up with more of those features. I hope you did like the video. Thank you very much for listening, and see you in other lists or other PowerPoint tutorials, or perhaps in my courses. Thank you and see you again.